let's see if this is going. That's going. I think we're going. Appears to be going. All right. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing
Good.
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 Ready for a beer.
Yay.
Right.
I also am ready for a beer on this Labor Day
Yeah.
weekend at the end of it.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
This is the Couch Co-op show. I'm Ian. I got Jared, Dave, and Aaron, as always.
What up?
We are the number 17th ranked food podcast on Apple Podcasts in Uruguay.
Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
in Uruguay. I like
Awesome.
that.
Thanks to the one guy in Uruguay who's listening to us and ranking us, getting us ranked on iTunes. That's the first time. Like Couch Co-op never got ranked on iTunes anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm
That's
trying to
Really.
find some Uruguayan beers
Yeah, it's gonna be
in
fun.
the US.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
proving
I'll
difficult.
have to search for specific brands because I don't think, at least the websites I've checked for the local places don't have the name Uruguay in their system. So I have to look up specific beers.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
I shared some of them in the Discord.
Yeah.
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 The main problem is I can't find any of them.
So. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's thanks to Uruguay, and
Right.
I don't know what else to say, but thank you. It's weird, stupid, unimportant. Really.
Well, a fun fact.
It's a fun fact. Yeah. So it's beer time. What are we drinking? Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, it is yours.
We're making up because I said we were going to do it a couple times ago, and we didn't because I didn't have it, but I have it tonight. So we're all going to bust into Montucky Cold Snack. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, nice little fizz on that one.
I like the fact that I think everyone here, apart from me, has had to buy more of these.
I had to buy more.
I've had to
yeah.
buy more.
I had to buy more.
Yeah, I did. It kept tempting me every time I opened the fridge. I'm like, I gotta avoid this one, even though I know it's super cheap and I get a 6-pack worth if I drink this one. But
Oh, this is nice. This is just nice hot weather beer.
Did you just pee in the glass, Jared?
Yeah, totally. It's good color going on there.
Very light color.
My first question: good beer name or greatest beer name?
I love the cold snack part.
It is
I
a
do love that.
triumph of branding, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's got a very cool looking can. The name's
Yeah.
really, really distinctive.
Well, it looks like an old 80s computer graphic, maybe with a, better curve angles, but it has like this white horse on it, an outline of a horse.
Yeah.
That's just trotting through this weird mountain range.
You could totally animate it and it would be like a film studio logo.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
There's even one out. There's one that's even better out there. They celebrate the Pride Month one, where it's not just the horse on one side, but I think the other side's like a unicorn, if I remember right.
Yeah, and it has the mountain things are rainbow, aren't they? Instead
of
just the kind of brown yellow colors that.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah, wonderful design.
So it's a American style lager, and it's only got 4.1% ABV. I mean,
that's actually
isn't
quite
that
shocking.
lighter than Red Can?
Yeah, I think Red Can's
5. I think they're about the
actually,
same, maybe. Yeah.
So I mean, this is an incredibly light beer. I don't know what else.
Yummy, that's all I know.
No Wikipedia on it.
Well, I can tell you a few things about it. So,
oh
yeah, I was reading up about it before. Doing a little bit of homework research. First interesting thing is this is actually contract brewed by a brewery out of Wisconsin called City Brewing. I think it's La Croix City Brewing, and they have like 3 massive commercial industrial bottling plants and breweries that brew all sorts of stuff. I think one of them's the old Latrobe Brewery from Rolling Rock. They own that one, and then they own I think it's the old Slits Brewery as well. They own that, but they basically brew
this
beer.
beer.
Yeah, so this beer is not actually, there isn't actually a brewery technically
The
behind it. It's
idea
not,
was born out
Yeah.
of Montana, I believe.
Yeah,
But
that's what it
the
says.
two guys in Montana wanted to
Yeah.
start a brewery and they couldn't get bank loans because they were like 20 something and didn't know how to brew, and had never brewed. And they, you know, I think they were like, they discovered contract brewing and they were like, oh, and basically their aim was just to brew a light lager that's kind of a good day drinker
Yeah.
for people who are hiking, fishing, you know, snowboarding, skiing, all that kind of stuff.
Chad and Jeremy.
Yep. I think I read there's only the company's only like 12, maybe 20 people.
Yeah.
Because
like
it's
it.
all
That's actually
contract brewing. They, you know, it's just they don't handle they don't need a lot of manpower to handle the product. They're just really just marketing and
Just pushing a brand.
mm-hmm.
I'm glad they are. Glad they are.
I mean,
It's
it
good
seems
beer.
like it's the only beer they do because on the can it actually says
Yeah.
brewed and bottled by Montucky Cold Snacks in La Crosse, Wisconsin, for Montucky Cold Snacks in Bozeman, Montana.
Correct. Well, they have a seltzer now, but
Yeah, I think they do a hard seltzer. And,
What?
but
Ew.
yeah, it is the only
No
beer that
thanks.
they do. And the big thing they were
Oh.
trying to do was they looked at PBR and they were like, okay, we need a beer that's got that kind. You know, if we market it, we can easily outmarket PBR. And if we price it at that point, and then, you know, there's a good chance we can get people to buy it.
Well, that was a tall order. I mean, yes, Montucky Cold Snack's amazing, but going up against a juggernaut like PBR at the time, I mean, obviously they still got a little ways to go because PBR has been around for fucking ever.
But I mean, when we went on the pub crawl, a lot of places had it as a light. Like, I've seen it in a lot of like
it's a lot of
like pizza places. You know, places where you can just
Yeah.
get a can. Like it's the tall boy option, for want of a better description.
It's a very Portland idea, kind of.
Yeah,
But ironically,
They
it's
also
still
it looks like another thing, but they wherever the beer's sold in that community, they give 8% back. You can to
Yeah,
charitable
they-
causes, so they're kind of one of those beers too.
And I think that was the other marketing that angle was like it's the same price as PBR, but we give money back to the community. It's like
Yeah, the can actually says supporting local nonprofits and charities since 2012. So they've been up to this for quite a long time. Good on them.
Well, when did we first have it?
probably about 5 years ago.
Oh, it's longer than that because Josh used to bring it to my old house.
I think it only escaped from Montana though in like 2014 or something. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that sounds about right.
That might be right, but
And Oregon was the first state outside Montana where it was distributed.
so that's
Because
like it's almost
they entered
7
it
years.
into one of the lager festivals here and
That's almost 7 years then, Dave.
got signed up by. Yeah, I suppose.
Been here for a while.
But back to you know, the color of the beer is really good. It smells amazing. It's like nice and rich and easy drinking. It feels good on the tongue. It's just
Okay.
really good beer.
Okay, I don't think it tastes that great. It's very light. This is a better. I think it's the idea of it's funnier and the name and the. I don't think it's that. It's pretty mediocre beer to me.
Oh, man.
I don't know why I drink it so often. I think it's like buying a fucking pair of Nikes or I don't know. It's one of those brand things that I'll grab it, but I don't think it's as good as Red Can or pub beer.
I've been drinking a lot of pub beer this last week, and
That's what I have.
I must admit it's nice. I like this as a change. It's not that I dislike the pub beer. To be quite honest, yeah, this one's lighter, but this one would be just a good beer to be. I find pubs a little heavy sometimes.
Well, pub is more like a Pabst.
Yeah, because it's a 5%er, and
so I'm like more of like a Red Can. I think Red Can's like 4.5.
Mhm.
And
I
Yeah,
haven't
sounds
had
about
that in
right.
a long time.
I like the little.
Me either.
I like the little buttery aftertaste of this though. That's like that Budweiser kind of You know, Budweiser's got that like smooth, creamy, buttery kind of.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
it's
I see
sweeter.
where it's
This is more like
Mm-hmm.
it's not sweet, so it's kind of it's. I know it that kind of flavor, and I think that's what kind of bothers me. And the aftertaste is kind of weird on this beer, I think. Whereas the Budweiser is sweeter. Though honestly, we'd have to compare it to Bud Light because
Yeah.
Bud
Yeah.
Light's like 4.2, I think, and
Yeah.
4.1, yeah.
so and Budweiser's like a full 5, I think. But you know, I don't know. It's
This is
funny
very-
that it's such a light beer and it's not called a light beer either.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing on the can that even says it's whether it's a lager or an ale or
It
whatever.
says lager.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
actually.
just doesn't say its calorie count.
This tiny, tiny little
It
thing.
does say lager right there, yeah.
It does it? My eyes must be going.
I just didn't realize it was so low in alcohol content. I thought it was I thought it was more in the class of a Rainier. Hi, Robin. Of a Rainier or a pub or a PBR. It's like the fact that it's like Bush Light, you know.
Yeah.
It's super light and very, very down. It goes super fast. It's
Although I haven't said that when growing up, in the UK there were like 3 strengths of lager beer, for want of a better description, and one of them was 4.1. One of them was like 3.2 to 3.5, and then the other one was 5%. So
Huh.
this would have been considered like middle of the road.
Interesting.
uh,
Because around here, yeah, you won't see anything that says 3 on it.
No.
no.
You get your O'Douls
Well,
with like
not in Oregon,
2% or something maybe, but
Oh yeah, the NAs. That's right.
well,
I
even
remember that.
O'Douls is higher than an NA, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the regular O'Douls. They do an NA edition too. That's like 0.05 or whatever.
I
Ridiculously
mean,
tiny.
this beer ticks all my boxes. It's refreshing, it's fizzy, and to me it tastes.
I
it tastes good.
agree. It's light, it's easy to drink. I'm not. If I were to actually rank all those beers, like if we were to do Rainier and PBR, I think like Montucky flavor wise for me is not as. I don't like it as much as I would like to think I do. I think it's lower in the. I just
Yeah.
think it's because of its like funny ass name and its branding and all
Right.
the company itself is. I mean, I follow them on Instagram and they're always doing goofy shit.
Yeah,
they got,
they're quite.
they got in trouble for like supposedly giving beer to a dog in an Instagram photo.
What?
Yeah, and all the people came out and they apologized for it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes, I dig it. Montucky Cold Snack. I don't know. I just think the name's greater. Like if it was just called like Old Germain or something, I'd be like, meh. I don't
Right.
know. Rainier
I know what you
2.
mean. It is a choice. It is like if you go out, it is a kind of safe choice that even people who are
Pagan.
beer snobs wouldn't necessarily judge you too harshly for drinking it. Just because
I
they're
don't feel bad
grounded.
about having another one.
Well, you're not gonna get
I
drunk
never
off of
felt
it.
bad
So.
about
Yeah,
having
and I think this is our first one where someone's had 2 of the beer.
Well, yeah, because I had to go out and buy more. Usually, I just have
Yeah.
like one can of
I mean,
something.
That's
We'll
not
quite
true.
often
That's
have
not
a
true.
sec-
I think I had on the pub beer episode. I think on the first
Oh,
episode,
yeah.
I think I had multiple. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
I've never
right.
had multiples on one, so
Well, you guys only were given one, and Jared and I had to buy new beers, so we have a fresh,
right. Well,
ready supply.
Yeah,
Well,
mine's straight off the
technically-
shelf today.
so technically, I actually had to go out and buy some more,
Oh,
but
you
that was-
did.
I see the
Yeah.
orange sticker
I
on
do
it. So
see
you
the
bought
orange sheet. I do see
one
the orange
from
sticker.
That was what
market?
I noticed. I was like,
I-
you
I
went
drank-
to John's Market.
I did drink it.
I did a little bit of a raid there a couple weeks back. And I drank the Montucky he gave me. So whoops.
Listen, I'm
Oh,
not
well.
gonna drink it, and I will probably still buy it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those weird beers where like I'm not as up on it as I think I am. That's all. It's funny. I like drinking it, but I'm not.
Marketing's worked on me. I mean, really, like you say, is it a world class beer? No, but it's enjoyable and it's it's good. And
It's better than Pabst.
but the marketing is what really
Yeah, yeah.
draws you to it, probably.
Yeah, but Pabst is probably like what, 5.5? What is Pabst ABV? It's got to be,
5 point. I think it is 5.5. Yeah, that sounds about right.
or is it just a straight up 5?
4.8.
Oh, is it that low?
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
Does
PBR
not taste like
4.8.
that low.
What a dirty ass beer that beer is then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, get a headache right after drinking it. Oh, good.
Is this the podcast where Ian's realizing he's a lightweight?
No, we've always well, no, that's not true. I'm not a lightweight. I drink so much Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Holy moly. But that's why I had to raid my Montucky because I was running out of beverages and I had to go. It's like, oh, I guess I'll drink the last of that. But
I think this is. Do Rolling Rock brew theirs at the same factory?
Huh.
they probably don't
Interesting.
because they
the
don't.
glass-lined tanks of Latrobe or whatever was used to say on the cans. Because
Oh, yeah.
Rolling Rock's 4.4, so it's very close to this.
It's a very similar
Yeah.
beer too.
Yeah, and it's very similar. It's definitely a very
It
similar.
has
It
that
tastes a lot like
similar.
feel.
That's
Would
funny.
you take this over Rolling Rock or?
Yeah, I take this over Rolling Rock.
Yeah,
Has
totally.
yeah.
I like Rolling Rock a lot, but this is better than that.
Man,
Oh,
maybe when we get to
yeah.
the 100th show, we should just do a five favorite lager challenge.
Oh man.
Yeah, watch, and then we're
Okay.
like, this one tastes just like the last one.
But the bullshit about that is that Rolling Rock calls itself a pale ale,
True.
and
Yeah.
I don't get that at
More
all.
like a lager.
I don't get that one at all. But
Hey,
No,
identity
well, actually,
crisis?
it's they call it an extra pale lager.
really? Because I swear on the can it
Yeah,
used to
they do. I
say-
think they do call it just a pale beer, but
Oh, really? I swear it was like a on the can or something. Oh well.
yeah, they call it extra pale. They don't say
Oh.
beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's on
Oh,
there,
so it's
see,
not
I-
even a classification as whether it's an ale or a beer.
Interesting.
Just
Huh.
Yeah, they're just describing the color basically.
oh, okay.
So.
Well, that's
Interesting.
yes.
But yeah, this is definitely from the other thing I read about this beer as well is it's one of the biggest growing breweries around, or it was in 2020. It'd gone from almost nothing to, I think it was triple digit growth every year as they're expanding into different states.
Oh.
And I suppose that when you don't have a brewery and you don't have the capital costs, and you can, in your contract, you get it contract brewed. You can basically just tell them you want. It's easy to grow a business like that as long
Well,
as you're
not
selling
only-
the stuff, because you don't need
Not,
millions of dollars
not
for
only
a new
that-
brewery every time.
well, not just that, but it's also I feel like it's the whole. It looks different than the other ones because you've seen the same fucking juggernauts, the Miller, the Coors, the Budweiser, the other ones, and it's like this is this is a relatively new one. It's only been around for not that long, and it's new. It looks tasty. It looks unique. You want to go buy it, and then you try it. You like it. You go buy more. I feel like that's what their strategy is because it looks different than everything else I've ever seen.
Well, do you think they're just trying to get big enough that someone buys them out?
See
Wouldn't
that being the
surprise
end
me.
game.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like here,
Maybe.
buy our cheap ass beer and give us the millions of dollars so we can retire.
Yeah, that's probably like most startups nowadays. The aim of the game isn't necessarily even to make a profitable company. It's just to exit with a
Be
load
bought
of
out,
money
yeah.
at
Yeah.
the end.
Well, who
Yeah,
owns?
this will
retire
go
early.
in place of the Weinhard's Reserve that you won't be able to get. So you'll see 18 packs of Montucky Cold Snacks there.
Well, so what, Dave?
Oh,
You
yeah.
were saying
All
that
packs.
in the same brewery that they make Rolling Rock, they probably make this. Who owns Rolling Rock right now?
I'm not sure who owns them, but I looked at the City Brewing website, and they were very cagey about what they actually brew, if you know what I mean. It's not a brewery that has brands that it brews. It's like basically a food production, factory.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
Anheuser
you know.
Anheuser produces Rolling Rock right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe they
makes
don't
sense.
brew
They
Rolling
distribute
Rock
it,
though,
so
but it was an old Latrobe brewery,
Brewery, but they don't use someone else is probably.
and then it was the old, I think they also had the old Slits Brewery as well. It's all based out of Wisconsin. Yeah. But
All history.
yeah, that's
No, they do. It does say American Rolling Rock. Sorry.
Huh.
yeah, they do a load of lacrosse beers, or lacrosse, is it? Which is, and they do
City Brew?
and they brew Milwaukee,
Oh
the
man.
Beast. Yeah,
Oh, the beast.
yeah,
City Brewing also does
Growing up, that's all
Old
I drank.
Germain.
yep.
City Brewing also does Monster Energy drink.
I
Ooh,
did
they
not
do
know they
Oh,
had
no,
a side hustle for
so-
that.
Earthquake High Gravity Lager.
Yeah, so City
10%.
Brewing does do Montucky,
Huh.
and they own the Old Latrobe.
Yep.
All right.
I did
In
not
May,
know this.
InBev announced it was selling Rolling Rock brands to Anheuser-Busch Large Brewery. However, it
Yeah,
excluded,
basically it looks like
it excluded the brewery, so the brewery is not owned by Anheuser-Busch.
it basically looks like they
They just
do
distribute it.
a lot of lagers, and then there's a couple of like other beers in there. But
As we dig for this research for your pleasure.
yeah,
In
Oh, why is it
Uruguay.
Deep dive.
Hey, in Uruguay, they probably don't have Montucky Cold Snacks.
Good luck finding it there.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of brands you can get. Yeah, I mean, you've been to different countries, you three, but I never have. So I've never actually been into one of the stores to see the beer selection or anything like that. I bet it's very, very different.
It can be.
it can be. Certain consonants. I mean, it's not as unique as it used to be.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that.
Budweiser shows up. Like when I go back to the UK, I mean, you even see Lagunitas and stuff now, pretty, at the supermarket, and so it's not like it used to be.
Yeah, of course. Distribution's gotten a little easier over the decades of beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's rate this beer.
Oh, it's that time of the podcast.
It sure is. That's an easy one. Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. I'm doing this.
Thumbs up for me. Yeah.
Oof.
I'm doing this.
I'm gonna do with Ian
I'm up.
because I do prefer pub and Red Can and Budweiser. So there's a few beers that I like better than it. But
3 thumbs up.
3.
There we go.
Yeah,
yeah, a good solid beer though. I
I think it's a
enjoy
solid
Yeah.
beer.
it is.
It is. It's
Very
great.
solid.
If I'm honest with myself, I've been buying it. Honestly, I've been buying it a lot lately just because I keep drinking it, which I guess is a good thing. But I also feel like it's easy for me to get, so I don't feel bad when I'm supposed to do it for the show. It's like when I'm getting
Right.
drunk, it's like a good beer to just kind of keep you going. You know, it isn't gonna send you to the moon, but it's just gonna kind of sustain your high there.
Is this the only beer you buy in a 16-ounce can, Ian?
No,
They have
Well,
it.
I guess a lot of the local breweries do it
A
in
lot of
16-ounce time.
I
I
made
feel
a
like most
mistake.
or all of them.
Of buying a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans of Quilter's Irish Death, and that
Ooh.
stuff's
yeah.
7.8%.
That stuff's so good.
It goes down smooth, and
It does.
it's a beer Ian would hate because it's.
I
nice
always
and
get the
dark.
22-ounce bottle of that stuff.
Yeah,
I still need to
Costco
try
has
that
it for
stuff.
$6 for a
Ah,
4-pack.
dang.
Okay,
Not bad.
good to know.
Okay.
But
Cool.
I think Weimar has it, but I don't know. I feel like I've seen the Irish Death there a lot, but I just don't know how much it is.
I just love the name of that beer as well.
So, Ian, what video game would you pair this with?
Thank you for asking, Jared. I was just thinking about that. And because it's Montucky and it's got a horse, I'm going to go with Red Dead Redemption 1. Because
Man,
it looks
Okay.
good on
That's
the
the one he
outside,
liked.
but it's really just kind of mediocre.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna go with maybe Far Cry, because that's set in Montana, isn't it?
I don't play Far Cry though.
Far
so-
Cry 5, I thought.
I would think Blood
Yeah.
Dragon.
This is not Blood Dragon. I have this is definitely Blood Dragon beers, but no, I thought I mean the first Red Dead Redemption I played through and liked all right, but it's nothing to write home about. So Montucky Cold
I can
Snacks.
see that.
Montucky Cold Snacks, a cool name. It's all right. There's better games, better beers. There we go.
So I feel that next week when I
Oh,
have you guys drink my beer, I think we're gonna get some thumbs down because we don't have a lot of dark
What team
drinkers.
is it?
it's a dark beer.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the Left
I have
Hand
been-
Brewing Company's Milk Stout Nitro.
And we have to pour it.
I've
We have
been
to pour
wanting
it.
to try that
yeah,
one.
this is the one where you go, and you
Then I had to pour into a bottle.
I admit I have
put in a
tested a couple
bowl.
of these out, and yeah, you can just tip it straight upside down and it's not gonna bubble over. You'll
That's
be
cool.
fine.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, just in case, grab a
wow,
big
it says-
glass.
serve it, pour hard at 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and then serve at 50 to 55.
You have to let it sit for a minute.
Yeah, you want the bubbles to settle, and it makes a nice head on it. So it's really interesting beer. So I
Wow.
can't wait for you guys to try it. I can't wait for Ian to
Ugh.
give it a big old thumbs down and the funny faces he gives when he has a beer he doesn't
I'm
like.
willing to give this one a go. We haven't done a stout yet in this show. We did
Yeah.
a porter, but not a stout.
No, I
I'm
thought we
just
did a
glad I'm
stout.
the-
Didn't we do one?
Oh no, because
No.
we did the Black Beet Porter,
Right.
and then we did a lot of lagers, and some. I think we did
We
the.
did
the,
one that Ian didn't like that was so stouty.
Black
thought there-
Butte.
That was the.
That
That,
was
was
the
the Black
port.
Butte, I think.
Oh, I thought there was. I thought we did do
Yeah.
a stout. All right.
I don't think we did. We can look it up later. I could be wrong though, but I don't think we did.
All right. I know I've done a
Maybe we
couple of them on my Milkman Drinks a Beer, and it's
Oh,
rough,
okay.
rough. But anytime I can get some more lactose in my diet,
Yeah, good old milk
Eh.
stout.
Ugh.
Nitro milk
Yeah.
stout.
Stomach is thinking about it. It doesn't know if it likes the idea.
all right. Well, let's wrap this shit up and go talk about video games. This
Yeah.
is the Couch
I-
Co-op podcast. You can find us everywhere. You can find us on iTunes and Spotify and Anchor.fm/the Couch Co-op podcast. You can leave us voice messages. You can leave money if you want. I don't know why you would, but if you want to leave us money and buy us a beer, or just recommend
do
a
it.
beer, just recommend a beer. But yeah. Also,
it.
thanks again to Uruguay for hitting
Yeah.
the top 20. And hey guys, get us to top 10. No.
Yeah, jeez.
But seriously, top 10. Think about it.
Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it from here. Yeah, what is our? Oh yeah, drink a beer and drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Responsibly.
Get fucked up and don't drive. I don't know.
Please
cheers.
don't.
Cheers. Gone by.
Cheers.
Later. Peace out.
Yeah.
Have a beer. Drink more beer. Buy a
Yeah.
beer for your friend.